Hello everyone, please like and subscribe and say hello in the chat. If you've got any HTV questions, just pop them in the chat and I'll try and answer them. Hello mate, how are you today? I've just started, I've just picked up some a delivery for tomorrow. I've just literally just started. So I've got about 2.5 hours to get to Newcastle from here. Do you drive or? Welcome everyone. It's a bit windy. a lovely view. Lovely driving in Scotland. Hello there, mate, you alright? How are you today? Hillbilly John. Waste plastic. So, horrible smelly stuff today. It's mainly just squished traffic cones in little big bales, but it is a lot of plastic in it. hello everyone watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And say hello in the chat. If you've got any HGV questions, don't be scared to ask. I'll try and answer. Hello, Robert. Yes, I am heading back to the yard. I got tipped at Aldi, took about an hour, half an hour to tip, then half an hour for them to check it all. And then I've just been loaded back up with some waste plastic, heading back down to same area. So I'm just going to go back to the yard, park up there and go home for the night. Woohoo! Easy peasy. Yep. And then apparently the place I'm tipping this at doesn't open till late, so I don't think I'm booked in till 10 o'clock, and it's only half an hour away from the yard, so a late start. But once I've done this tip, I've got to go back to the yard, swap trailers, and take a trailer from Newcastle all the way down to Colville, which is the Leicester area, about 4-5 hours away. So that should be a nice little drive all the way down the M1. But now I'm heading this way, you're going to see the sea view that we missed this morning, because it was on the right hand side. If you're still awake, it'll be like past midnight there now. Yeah, like I said this morning, one of the drivers has left, so it'll be his load I'll be taking down to Colville to get that. It should have been there this morning, but it's not going to get there till potentially Wednesday now, because I'll pick it up tomorrow, but I probably won't get down to deliver it before they close at 4 PM, so it'll have to be Wednesday morning. So I think I'm working the weekend again. Wait, Saturday anyway. I will carry anything. If I can fit in the trailer, we'll move it. Hello everyone else that's watching, don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy watching POV driving lives. I do quite a few. If you've got any HGV questions, just drop them in the chat and I'll try and answer it. Mate, I absolutely love my job. I love driving. I could not be stuck in an office or a warehouse. Like, no way. Like, look at this view. Like, I get paid to look at this view. There's a lot of people who like slag off HGV driving who used to do it. It is one of them jobs where you either love it or you don't. If you don't love it, don't continue doing it, find a different job. But if you do love it, then you'll be there until you retire. And it's just like any job, it's got its ups and it's got its downs. It's just managing both and expectations. Yeah, that's the worst thing about it, is other road users. If everyone was polite, everyone would get on the way. Don't do it, don't do it. Hey, look at this guy, just walking casually. Like an idiot. The worst thing about the job is other people. You constantly have to know what's around you. Every junction you've got to come to, you've got to think, is someone just going to pull out in front of you? At the end of the day, like, you're pulling 44 ton. It's like, yep. Just some people that just don't understand how long it takes a HGV to stop or slow down. They think it's instant, like their car. Like, but in the UK we've got a new hierarchy of road users, and basically HGV drivers are at the bottom, but like a lot of people don't know about the updated rules. Like junctions, you can just walk across a junction now. Like, you as a pedestrian, you've got priority, but you still see them standing there looking at you thinking you're going to turn in. Well, you know, I'm turning into your junction, you've got right away. Mr. Iceland wants to overtake us. He keeps popping his head out behind. Oh wait, everyone in the chat, get out and push. I need a hand up this hill. Oh. Oh, Jenkins is doing it. You're never late in a V8. Do you think he knows he hasn't got a trailer on? Oops, where's my trailer gone? Common sense. That is long gone from the UK. There's no such thing as common sense anymore. He's bobtailing the back somewhere. Every time I see a unit like that, I always think it's the police. So in the UK, they drive around in units like that. The sun is out, it's lovely and warm. Yeah, it's windy. Very windy. It's usually a really old tractor unit as well. But they must have done something with it because they are fast, very fast. And I know units go faster without a trailer, but there's no way they're limited at 60 miles an hour. The way I've seen them catch up with people. But they don't just get other truck drivers, they get people in the cars, like when they're on the phone or eating or just not paying attention. But usually, if you're behind one, you know it's a police one because it's got a window in the back, and it's just a white truck, unbranded. And if you look at the aerodynamic fins, you can see the police lights on the back. But that's only if you're behind it. But the amount of people I see playing with their phones when they're driving, it's absolutely ridiculous. Oh yes, I would love that. I would love to have a little camera on my driver's mirror pointing down and recording everyone as I go past them, all the car drivers as they go past me, and then get like 10 pence for every person I catch on their phone. Oh yes, I wouldn't have to work again after like a month. When I was in the army, I'd done my blue light course, so it's expired now, but that was a really intense course to do that, like. anyone watching knows where I am, there's a lovely calf to the left here, cedar calf, really nice. It's just like speeding. Like you know where most of the speed cameras are, and you see everyone, they're speeding, then all of a sudden they slow down, and round the corner there's a speed camera. I wish it was a COVID lockdown. Driving during lockdown, oh, it was lovely. No cars on the road, or very few cars on the road. Oh, it was like driving in heaven. Yeah, when I left Newcastle this morning, you could tell it was going to be a nice day down there. And then when I got to Scotland, it was peeing down, raining really heavy. But now, it's a nice day. I've even got my sunglasses on. It's quite bright. But at about 4 or 5 mile, we're going to come really close to the sea, and it's lovely. In the summer going past it, it's absolutely amazing. I love it when the lay-by is empty, and I always have a little pull over and just taking the view. But in the summer, there's always car drivers there, and they'll park right at the beginning of the lay-by or right in the middle. Sometimes I wish I had a bull bar on and just push them forward. No, not yet. I'm close to it. I think I'm about 4 or 5 miles away from the border. You don't use sunglasses even over there? Wow. Even thinking about Australia, I need my sunglasses on. Mr. George. This truck in front, he's literally going 5 minutes away from where my yard is. So at some point I'll need to overtake him, because once we get into England he'll slow right down to try and get his score up for when he gets back to the yard. Which guy? The one that's passed? No. Oh, there's the police. Did you see them in the lay-by? In the black Volvo. Yeah, there's a lot of what are like caravans that don't have an escort, because they're just under the width limit. Probably about 50-50. 50% do, 50% don't. I don't want a black Volvo near the Amazon wagon in the lay-by we just passed. I wish I could put me speed up on screen. I'm doing 42 miles an hour. I suppose. That's why he's doing it. Well, I'm still in Scotland, so that's why the George is driving at 40. I forgot for a moment. Unmarked, yeah. There's a I don't know what they're called, but it's how they calibrate their speed, like the two little markings. So they'll stop in that lay-by, get the machine working, and then they'll literally like travel at 10 miles an hour to the lay-by we're just about to come across, and that somehow calibrates the machine. They're up here quite often. You see police, like marked cars, vans, all doing the calibration. It can be annoying in the summer, because you're 10 miles an hour for what, 2.5 miles, and then you've got all the caravans and everything. It's like, oh. Oh wait a minute, don't use your foot brake, use your engine brake. He might be a new driver, so I'll let him off. If he's an experienced one, he should be using his engine brake. Oh, that's a nice Bentley. Yeah, I know in America they all use CB radios and that, don't they? There's what's it called? There's an app that acts as like a radio that you can use, and I know a few YouTubers and TikTok truck drivers use it, and they've got like a Bluetooth radio head as well, so they can use that. Alright, look at this view to the left. Lovely. If we had them in the UK, the government would probably want to tax them somehow. You'd probably have to pay for a license. Yeah, they'd find a way to make some money. Is this car in the middle? Yep. So he's indicating to come out, yet he's right in the middle of the lay-by. Like, oh, we're close to the border. Oh, no, that sounds like some as well. Hadrian's Wall. Oh, because of the border. Oh, everyone in chat, get out and push. We're going up a hill. Yeah, so on the left you may see the border, the flag. We're coming up to it in a minute. You should be able to see the flags on the right. That's a good lay-by to go into when you're going northbound. Trucks can go on that one, but on the left it's not great to get a truck in. And we are now in England. Woohoo! So about 1 hour 30 to get back. 75 mile. Well, you could be. It's the border, isn't it? No, that's a little bit further south. Did you hear about the tree getting cut down a few years ago? The Cedar Gap. Yeah, you'll see them yellow lanes you mentioned this morning, telling you there's a roundabout coming up. So if you're going too fast, it's like do 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 do. When I found out about it, I was proper annoyed. Like, why would you do that? Like, why? Like, I could sort of understand if you had a house and your neighbour had a tree, and over 20 years it grew that big, your bedroom window didn't have a view anymore, and there was just a tree there. Yeah, potentially there's a reason. But Cedar Gap is in the middle of nowhere. It wasn't hurting anyone. It brought a hell of a lot of tourists to the area because of all the films and that's been in. And just to cut it down, absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. Someone probably dared them to do it or something. Idiots. This George driver brakes a lot. I want a penny every time this guy in front brakes when there's not a roundabout in front of him. No, he's only doing, wait, he's doing 42. And I know them signs say 40 mile an hour, but the roadwork's on in use, so he should be doing 50. But he might not know that. He might be a new driver, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. So after this roundabout, we'll see. So every time there's not a roundabout and he brakes, I want a penny. Okay guys, everyone in chat, get out and push. We're going up a hill. Oh wait, push, push, push. Oh, I don't like hills. I'm not that heavy today neither. I've only got plastic waste on. I think I'm only like 30 ton. Ah, it may be because it's Monday and I've got loads of Munster under the bed. Well, this truck would be no good there. It'd be great going like down the hill, so I could go down all the hills. But nah, not going up them unless I'm empty. Saying that, it's not doing too bad. So in front, the George truck in front is a double decker, two levels. So I'm not doing bad to keep up with them. So yeah. Wait, it's meant to be a 430, but it feels like it's only got 30 going up a hill. I've seen hedgehogs go faster than me sometimes. Oh. If you look at this roundabout, can you see on the right hand side? Car tracks. Cars went straight over the roundabout. I think it's more the turbo. I think the turbo's on its last legs. Because there's just no like oomph when I hit a hill. So it's either the turbo got a problem or the intake. no blue smoke. There's a little bit of white smoke when I first drive in the morning, but then after 30 seconds that goes away. What would blue smoke be? Hello everyone watching as well, don't forget to like and subscribe. Castle. You might just be able to see it on the left hand side there. Ah, no, definitely no blue smoke. Only lasts about 15-20 seconds. Are you going to stay now? You're not going to lose connection again? Oh, I hate the signal. Should be alright now. Hopefully. Gemini, reconnect TTS service. Well, yeah, I think you should fly to the UK, have a look at my truck and fix it for us. Yeah, that's what you should do. Yeah, I've just lost connection like 3 times, but it usually not that bad, but it's generally bad around Linda's farm, which we've just passed. It's probably everything that's happening around the Middle East. It's cutting all the internet usage up. How long ago was that, mate? Are you alright now, though? Yeah, the US will probably be messing with the GPS and the cables in the sea, blaming it on Russia. It's all Russia's fault. Oh no! I think there's a tractor in front of us. No! And I think it's Mr. Ian from this morning. Can you remember the tractor driver this morning? Yeah, I think he's in front of her again. Is it a red tractor? Yeah, it is. Mr. Ian. Hello to everyone watching as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you've got any HGV questions, just drop them in the chat and I'll try and answer. Oh wow. Infraction, so that's the left part of your horn, isn't it? Wow. That's scary, that man. Yep, thought so. Mr. Ian. Have you been alright since that heart attack, or have you had other like minor ones? Well, how minor can a heart attack be? But you know what I mean. Was it an infraction? Did they put a stent in the heart as well, or? Wow, that means you and John both aren't allowed to push us up hills anymore. You both have to like sit in the passenger seat. I'm not letting you push the truck up the hill anymore. Hello to everyone watching. Don't forget to enjoy this. Thank you very much. No, I don't. A lot of the foreign trucks will have a spare tyre, but that's just due to the type of tyre that they use. They wouldn't be able to get a replacement, so they carry their own. But no, I don't. I need every kilo I can carry for the load. Does anyone know any good jokes? Oh wait, someone try and make us laugh by telling a joke. Whoever can make us laugh wins a high five. Yes, so Daffyd, who I'd phone, would bring out a replacement. I just have to tell them which tyre it is, and they'll bring it out and replace it. And I don't cheap out when it comes to tyre. Bridge house all the way for all tyres, not just drive tyres. Because at the end of the day, they're the only thing that is making us stop if I need to stop in an emergency with a contact with the floor. Probably why I don't get many blowouts and issues with the tyres, because I get decent tyres. Don't depends where I am in the country. If I'm near a major town or city, then they'll be with us within 20 minutes. If I'm not, it could be up to 2-3 hours. But I always give them the have you heard of what 3 words? Like in the UK, well, it's probably great in Australia, anywhere in the world, but it's really, really good, what 3 words. I use it any time I break down or have any issues, or even if I'm going somewhere I've never been before, and the customer says, oh, you need to take a particular route, I'll tell them, just go on, what 3 words, give us the 3 words of like the entry point where they want us to go, and I'll get there. Steer tyres, I probably get about 6 months worth, which in kilometres, 6 months, and I do about 1,500 mile to 2,000 mile a week. So yeah, you're good at math. So the math would be 1,500 for 6 months, so 27 weeks, or 2,000 for 27 weeks roughly. But considering I'm always heavy as well, so I'm generally 40 to 44 ton most of the time. In some of the places I go, you have to jackknife, so that takes a lot of kilometres off your tyres when you have to jackknife. Yeah, I work in mileage, not kilometres, unfortunately. The real weights and measures. 60,000 miles. Yeah, that sounds about it. But like I say, a lot of the yards we go to are quite small, and you have to jackknife your truck in, so there's a lot of black rubber on the floor when you leave, which isn't great, but I know roughly, just not precisely. Yeah, I prefer miles. Miles, feet and inches. I don't like meters. Yeah. So when someone says, "Oh, that bridge is whatever in meters," I'm like, "What's that in feet and inches?" Yeah. Some of the yards we'll go to is metal as well, like old metal, and that can be really bad if it's got grooves on it. If it's flat metal, it's fine, but if it's got grooves on it, that just eats the tires up. Litres, yeah. What are you, gallons? Is it gallons? No. I mean, if you're going to pull out, speed up. Yeah, it's weird. So we use litres, but we use mpg, miles per gallon. And I think, I'm going to be, like, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I need to go back to school. But I think it's 4 litres in a gallon. Oh, really? $19.75. What happened in 1975? You just changed it over. Let's confuse everyone. We'll use a completely new system. He's going to pull out. No, he's not. I think the world should just have one system, make it easier for everyone. Say feet and inches are better than centimeters or meter. Yeah, I'm 174 centimeters. I know that because when I was in the army, you had a army ID card, and it had your height in centimeters, and not feet and inches, which was strange. But everything there was centimeters. Your berry size, your uniform size, everything. Wow, that's big, thick wood timber. Final destination moment. Is that what happened? Because of the conversion? Ah, I didn't know that. That's quite hilarious. Oh, that's hilarious. Costly mistake, but hilarious. It like makes us laugh about the moon. Like we've not been back to the moon for what, 20 years, 30 years. Like, makes all the conspiracy theories go, oh, did we really go in the first place? Yeah, they did, yeah. But it's like Ukraine. Ukraine used to have more nuclear warheads than most other countries at the time. You wouldn't know where they've all went to. White van man, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna pull out? No. Yeah. That's probably why America's scared of Russia. Yes, he was. He'd be like, oh, I've missed my junction.